My name is Maretta from PNW Bettas, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is my Blackwater Paludarium, and in this video I'm going to show you the process of adding my fish. After I set up this tank, it took a little while before it was ready for tank inhabitants. Along with this tank just going through the natural process of the nitrogen cycle, I wanted this tank to establish a little bit just because of how many botanicals were used in this tank. So by the time I was finally ready to add fish, there was a really large colony of microorganisms in this tank. The first fish that I added are chocolate gouramis, and they naturally thrive in these really acidic environments. But the main species that I built this tank for was Betta Stiktos. Betta Stiktos are really beautiful species within the Splendens complex that originate from Cambodia. And I was able to acquire 3 beautiful pairs from a US breeder. Because of the nature of the tank being so habitat focused, it was going to be really hard to see these fish once I added them to the tank, so I really wanted to get some nice videos of them just in a photo tank so you could really see how beautiful this species is. After these guys fully de-stressed after shipping, I was ready to add them to my paludarium. The whole point of this tank is to mimic the natural environment of these fish, and I really think we've achieved that when you're looking directly into it. So really all I had to do was acclimate these guys and then release them into the tank. Now even though these are wild bettas, they're still an aggressive species as they are within the Splendens complex. So I had to take some precautions to be able to actually house pairs in the same tank. The first one being is these are all sibling pairs that came out of a grow-out tank and they weren't previously separated out and jarred before they were shipped to me. And once I got them and was in the process of de-stressing them after shipping, I basically left them uncarded so they could see each other the entire time. I also would never attempt this in a smaller tank or a tank that wasn't this kind of style. It really helps with breaking up that aggression. When I initially added my fish, I could see them swimming around and exploring, and I definitely saw some aggression between some of the males, which was kind of nerve-wracking at first. After that, there was a solid 5-week period where I didn't see any of my fish. So for 5 whole weeks, I just fed the tank and had faith that they were still in there. But after they finally got more comfortable, I've gotten to the point where they all come up to the front of the glass during feeding time. And there is no more aggression between the males, even though they have their established territories. I think this tank is a huge success and is one of my favorite projects I've ever done. Now all that's left is for these guys to hopefully start breeding, as I would absolutely love to raise some spawns of the Betta Stiktos. I'll keep you guys updated on this tank, and thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this beautiful little project of creating a wild betta habitat inside my own home.